everyone, I wanted to just do a very gentle digestive sequence of Qigong to help you over all the wonderful indulgence we might be enjoying over the coming days. So you can work with the digestive sequence seated the whole time. You can be standing. So I want you to do whatever feels right. I'm going to start seated and then come into standing, and we're not going to spend hours on this. We're going to do it as a quick little sequence for you to work with. So you can see for me, I like having my blocks when I'm seated. Just helps me really connect into the earth. So just settling, just check into that midline of yours. Allowing those seat bones to be connected in the chair. So I would recommend we start seated with a chair and then move on to standing or stay seated as we progress through the session. So just take that moment to land, feet nicely planted in the floor, seat bones wonderfully connected into the chair. Just draw the breath in from the feet, up the legs, past the tail, up that midline to the top of the head with the in-breath. And let that breath fall back down from the head, past the torso, through the pelvis, past the tail, down the legs and back into earth. And we're going to just start around the throat, drawing everything down. And you could be walking around the room when you do this, if you're happy working standing. Interesting, my throat's changed just from doing that. So just really kind of drawing down that throat. Then kind of come to the belt meridian. So the belt meridian, as you know, is around the waist. Just kind of giving a little bit of a rub. And then throwing away from the hips. Clearing that pathway. And then going from the right side of the body up to the bottom of the rib cage, then going along the top, just underneath that rib cage, and then back down again. So we're kind of following a very specific pathway with this intention. So you're coming up, going across, and then down that left-hand side of the body. Okay, so just do that a couple more times. I'm going to do it from standing now. Just get a sense of that down the throat. As I say, you can be walking around the room. Motion is going to help with the digestion. Kind of coming across the sides. Those strange noises, if you can hear them, must be having a good snore, good snapple. Clearing away. And then we're going to just come up, across, and then down, like we've just done in the chair. So you can be repeating in the chair as I'm stood here. Or you can do the whole lot from standing. Choices, choices. Couple more. Don't forget that belt meridian. I always like to end with this one. One more. Really kind of throwing it away. Fabulous. So Chairs out the way if you're going to come to standing. If you're going to stay seated, just do a wide Wu Chi from seated. So normal Wu Chi for those of us stood up. Take all the weight in that right leg. Left foot goes 45 degrees. All the way in that left leg. Right foot goes 45 degrees. So you've got that sat wide Wu Chi. We can just clear that center line. So when you're clearing the center line, you're sensing into the fact that the space is narrow between the two hands as you travel. Push one wrist away, bring it back in, one wrist away, bring it back in. So as the hand comes up, it's far away from the body, and as it comes down, it's back in close. And the heels of the palms become your points of the arrow, focusing on the direction. And you've got to think, this sheet of glass that you're cleaning either side, where do you want to focus on? Where is particularly dirty? So you're kind of having an explore, working with what feels right for you. You might want to work slower. You might want to be faster. Let the spirit play with Qigong. So set a clear intention of cleaning that midline. And then let the body respond in play. Nearly there. So we're going to get smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller. We're coming down to that lower dantian, that lower energy center of the tummy. Gathering it all up. One hand, other hand, just pausing. Tail is soft, pointing downwards. Lovely. Drawing the elbows back. Release. Drawing the wrists up. Palms are going to face one another, and the temptation is to get into the shoulders, but you want to let those shoulders come down. And in the spirit of Christmas, or the spirit of Carole, if it's not the season, you're going to just straighten one leg, create a curly C, come back up. Expand the arms upwards as you come up, then let them come back down, and then you're going to do a backward C. And you can do this on the chair, obviously no falling off, please. Keep this going. Just two more either side. Bring up, stretching up, and then slowly bringing those arms down. Woo. All that weight on that left leg, right foot comes in, all the way on the right, left foot comes in. Normal Wu Chi, just settling there for a moment. Let that tail be soft, heading towards the back of the heels. So we're not in a tilt, we're not in a tuck, we're just somewhere in between. And then there is a third form that you can do within a digestive sequence, and you can do it standing with the wide Wu Chi we've just been in. It's really dynamic. So to be careful with yourselves, we're going to just work seated again. So back into your seated position. If you did get up, just give yourselves a moment to land back again. For all of us seated or previously standing, just sense into that midline again. Bring your focus back inwards. And I want a wide Wu Chi here if we can. So we're going to just take that leg out. Got my blocks. So it's a wide Wu Chi, wonderfully elegant. So it's same, or actually perhaps a little bit stronger than the one that we did standing. So this is why you can be in either position. Make sure you're nicely landed in the torso. Okay. And we're going to just draw the wrist up. Crab position at the top. Throwing it down. Drawing them up. Throwing it down. So if this hurts your arms, remember you can use your intention. So you don't have to lift your arms up high and throw it down. You can just lift them up thinking I'm going over the top of the head. And then the intention is pushing the flow down that midline, letting it out. Drawing it up. So you know with Qigong, you can always use your intention. Make the movement smaller. Think the movement. So take that focus back to that midline, drawing it up. Letting it flow down that midline. Three more. Wonderful. So bringing your legs back in. Find your landedness back in that chair. So landing in the chair. Letting those feet find their nice planting for you. Seat bones connected to the seat of the chair. Shoulders are open and relaxed. Just allow yourselves to settle here again, just for a moment longer. Just draw that chi, that energy in from the earth, from the soles of the feet, with the in-breath all the way up to the top of the head. And let that energy flow down that midline, flowing down with the out-breath, back towards the earth, back into earth. Drawing the breath in with the in-breath, up with the in-breath. And letting it flow downwards with the out-breath. Up with the in-breath. And flowing down with the out-breath. Just allow yourselves to let go of that focused breath and intention. Just taking a moment to just stay landed within your body. Sensing the vibration and the flow that we've created in this session. Opening your eyes when you're ready. Letting those arms dangle down. Drawing the wrists up, prayer position. Just settling.